More than 1,000 migrants camping out in El Paso, Texas, as temperatures there drop below freezing and migrant shelters are overrun. In the White House, they're focusing their efforts on suing Arizona over their makeshift border wall, saying not only has Arizona refused to halt its trespasses and remove the shipping containers from federal lands, but it has indicated that it will continue to trespass on federal lands and install additional shipping containers. The United States brings this action to obtain appropriate relief for Arizona's unlawful continuing trespasses.
Wow. Former ICE Director and DHS Deputy Assistant Secretary Jonathan Fahey joins us now. Jonathan, can you believe a week before Title 42 is repealed, that's when the Biden administration moves to sue Arizona over building this border wall? What kind of timing is that?
Yeah, sadly, I can believe it because every single thing they do is to prevent border enforcement. And you do want to say it's unbelievable that they would do this, but it really is so predictable that any effort to enforce the law, they'll stand in the way of, they'll impede. And remember, this administration was just in front of the Supreme Court a few weeks ago fighting to keep aggravated felons in the country, fighting a law that told them to deport them. So they will do anything they can to prevent enforcement because all they want to do is encourage as much illegal immigration as they can because they want an open borders and later they want mass amnesty. So it's really disgraceful. Can you imagine the efforts going into this if these efforts were actually going in to enforce the law, to make the lives of Americans better, to prevent drugs from coming in? But they're not. This is what they're spending their time on, and it's really disgraceful.
And the people in the trenches realize that, and they are frustrated. DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas reportedly getting a not-so-warm welcome from border agents during his visit to El Paso earlier this week. Border Patrol agent telling the Washington Examiner, quote, "When he stated he was here to bring light to suicide prevention and nothing about the migrant crisis, our staff couldn't believe it and made it known to him." Another agent adding, quote, "They asked him why he's saying that the border is secure when we have no agents in the field. He had the nerve to respond that he never said the border was secure." Jonathan, isn't it long past time for Mayorkas to go, especially when he has lost the people that he is supposed to lead so badly?
Yeah, he absolutely should not be in that job. But unfortunately, this administration loves him because he is doing everything he can to keep this border open. And you see it right there. He's willing to lie to the people he's responsible for leading that are entrusted under his care. And he's willing to look at them and lie. And one of the other things that was really interesting about that article that I read this morning was he talks about we want to enforce the law consistent with our values, which basically is I can't think of anything more insulting to say because the implication is everyone that's been enforcing the law is doing something that's not consistent with our values, that's immoral. And remember, this administration just a year ago was lying about Border Patrol agents, accusing them of whipping migrants. And even after they've been exposed as liars, they've never come back and even acknowledged that they lied about them. And they're still trying to punish those Border Patrol agents. The Border Patrol agents have no reason to trust this administration because they know this administration looks at them with utter disdain. And it can't be anything more horrible than being in a position they're in. You know, they talk about morale being low. They probably have no morale whatsoever because they know this administration will look to harm them if they do their job. And it's really, again, just so disgraceful.
Yeah, well, Jonathan, more than 1,000 migrants right now, they're camping outside in El Paso, Texas, because all of the shelters are overwhelmed. Where is the outrage over the humanitarian crisis that's unfolding there?
Yeah, well, again, they do not care about the humanitarian crisis. They want many illegal immigrants to come to the country as possible. They don't care that they're being human trafficked. They don't care that this coincides with massive amounts of drugs coming across the border that will kill Americans. They don't care one bit about this. And the only time we've even seen them care about this was when they took about 48 of them to Martha's Vineyard. Then they'll be up in arms and want to do something. But when they're in El Paso or other states, they could care less, and you're not going to hear anything about it. And if you take Bill Melugin off the ground and Fox News, the American people wouldn't even know this is going on, which is really another amazing aspect of this story, how the media is just complicit, asleep, and incurious.
Jonathan, thank you very much. Got to leave it there. Fox and Friends begins right now. Bye-bye.